32 questions, actually 4 quadrants of question. This episode of Ask Dr. Darwin, we're going to be talking to board-certified pediatric dentist, Dr. Trudy Ann Fraser, and we're going to be learning a little bit more about her journey to becoming a dentist, what a typical day looks like as a pediatric dentist, and some fun facts. So stay tuned. Hey, this is Dr. Darwin, your new dentist coach, with another episode of Ask Dr. Darwin on the New Dentist Podcast Show, where we talk about getting into dental school, becoming a dentist, getting into residency, and then life as a new dentist. Guys, be sure that you are staying all the way through this episode, but also sharing this content and liking and commenting as well. All of those things help us disseminate this information to your friends, your colleagues, and it's free. And there are ways that you can support us, all right? Look down in the link below. You can see there's ways that you can support us with merch, but also we're just sharing and adding value to this content. So comment, leave your comments down below. If you have any ideas that you want us to explore or topics you want us to explore, put those ideas also in your comments below as well. Also, this episode of Ask Dr. Darwin is being brought to you by GetIntoDentalResidency.com. GetIntoDentalResidency.com, the ultimate resource to help you become an advanced trained dentist, whether it's to become a pediatric dentist, an endodontist, or a surgeon, etc. So if you want to get some help in getting your application together and getting your interviews prepared for that big day, go ahead and look at the link down below. Get into dental residency in the link below, and we'll see you in the training soon. So today, 32 questions. This is a very fun way of learning a little bit more about our colleagues in the oral health profession. It's a very video series where we ask questions that highlight different dental specialties and focal areas within the profession to gain insight to life as a practicing dentist or oral health professional, or even a resident in training. So what's your typical or average day look like as a pediatric dentist? Walk us through your average day.
So the office that I work in is unique in that there are 2 doctors, and I love practicing with more than one doctor, especially when you first come out. When I first came out, I was by myself in the first 3 offices, but at this office, it's 2 of us, and we're there full-time 4 days a week. So that affords us to do like a flip-flop of a schedule. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, I see nothing but hygiene patients. We have 3 hygienists, and we have a block schedule. So each hygienist sees about 2 to 3 patients every hour. And I do the exams or something really quick. They need something removed. I'm not doing any treatment. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, those are my operative days. So we have a block schedule there too, where I have a large operative procedure. So maybe large fillings, crowns, 1 to 2 quadrant of dentistry, and then a small 30-minute appointment. So maybe some sealants and a filling, something small. So we do that. And I love it, Dr. Darwin, because it reduces my risk of burnout because I'm less stressed and I'm able to focus. So I'm not jumping from hygiene to op. And the patients actually have a better experience because not waiting for, I would say if they're waiting for 7 to 8 minutes, that's a rarity because I have the availability to go to the next patient and not be stuck during treatment.
Yeah, that's key. Hopefully you all are listening very in tune with what Dr. Fraser just mentioned, which is she said 2 key things that I thought that I took away immediately: block scheduling and quadrant dentistry, ways to ensure that you're working and effectively. And that's not only for you as a practitioner, but also for the people that you're serving, right? You know how long it's going to take you to do each of your procedures, and then also your treatment plan, because you have a process that's incorporated into how you're delivering care. I just wanted to note that as an effective way to make sure, like you said, that you're being efficient, you're using everyone's time in the right manner, but also so that you don't burn out, like you said, or make sure that it's predictable, but also it's still fun, so that you're not having a lot of, like you said, roller skating in the office.
Right. And Dr. Darwin, I hope we have time, because I want to talk a little bit about burnout towards the end of our interview, because I do think that's so important.
Yeah. Getting into now lifestyle and some fun facts and things like that, as it relates to being a board certified pediatric dentist. How many hours do you work a week typically?
So I work 4 days. Our office is open Monday through Thursday. So that's 32, work 8 hours. And we're open Mondays are our late days. So we go 9 to 5 Mondays, and then Tuesday through Thursday, we go 8 to 4.
What's your sleep pattern? How many hours a night do you sleep?
In need for improvement, sir. So right now I'm getting about 6.5 to 7, but my key is 8, and I just need to prioritize sleep. I need to take off the daggone social media and go to sleep. I do need 8.
Good luck with that.
Oh no, I'm gonna figure it out. I don't have a choice. I'm doing too many things. I'm a coach. I don't have a choice. I'm gonna really burn out.
Well, it's passion projects, and when you're passionate about your projects, sometimes you will pass on some things like food and sleep and self-care, right? But you got to balance and put it all in. That's important. Also balance in the office. Do you all take call or have after hours with emergencies or anything like that? Is that part of your...
You mean this call phone right here?
Well, I guess so. So yes, you do take call. You have call.
My boss and I do 1 week on, 1 week off. So this week was and it includes the weekends. So this week was my week. But thankfully, our parents are very respectful. They're not calling us for things that aren't really true emergency. And if they do, it's just walking them through it. I don't really have to go into the office. Knock on everything in this room. I don't really have to go into the office for much. So yeah, our calls are usually things that we can walk the parents through, at least to manage it for that night. And then we can have them come in the morning if it's urgent. Unless, of course, it's a permanent tooth that came out, an avulsed permanent tooth, then you want to get in the office within that hour. Thankfully, we don't have a whole lot of those. Our patients wear their mouth guards.
Favorite thing to do when you're not in office or in clinic? What is that?
Oh, I guess I beat myself to it. So I think I made mention earlier that I applied to go back to do ortho. And part of that was because I burned out. I could not turn my head to the right like that. I couldn't raise my right arm. I'm right-handed. I couldn't raise it over my shoulder. Even doing that, I felt a little knot there. And what I know now was that I was experiencing burnout. My mental pain was manifesting itself physically. I was in a toxic work environment. I was in a toxic marriage. So when you have your work life was imbalanced and your home life was imbalanced, where was my rest? So now I learned that, well, one, I got out of my marriage, and two, I'm in such a more supportive work environment where I do have autonomy. I've never had one day somebody come and ask me, why did you do that? Because this would have been more productive. Never have I ever had that question in the office where I work now, but I burned out. And now I founded Rejuve Wellness Retreats. It's short for Rejuvenate, where I teach. Right now it's women. I said later on I'm going to do some co-ed things because I've had a couple of guys reach out. They're like, how come you're not doing anything for us? But I teach women how to focus on their PMS, and that's their physical, mental, and spiritual wellness. Because I find that I think you made mention earlier, I don't know if you saw me cringe. You're like, we have passion projects and we suffer, our self-care suffers. But if we don't fill our own soul, our whole bodies, if we're not filled, then we're showing up depleted. And I'm tired of showing up as the least favorite version of Trudy. I want to show up. Of course, it's not every day. I'm not going to be 8 hours of rest all day, every day. I have my worship before work and my yoga. But doing little things, small incremental changes, even if it's one thing for 10, even 5 minutes, going on a walk during your lunch break can really help to reset you throughout that day. So I help doctors healthcare professionals. Honestly, I help women. I've opened up our retreat to women to overcome burnout and the stressors and help to manage the stresses of life. So that is my passion project. I believe it's a part of my purpose. And I wish someone had taught me this stuff when I was down and out and I had nowhere to look but up.
But this has been a sick, as in very informative opportunity. Thanks so much for your sharing your answers to 32 questions with a board certified pediatric dentist. Guys, go to the next video right now. Go to the next video. Love, peace, and smiles. Go to the next video. Go, go, go.